Hey team, Coach Stephanie here with your cool down of the week. We've got your 5 stretches to go through. We'll spend about 30 seconds to a minute in each one. And so if you need more time, maybe one side or the other, go ahead and pause the video throughout just so that you get the time you need in each stretch. First one, thread the needle. So we're going to come to the hands and knees. And in this hands and knees position, hands are stacked under the shoulders, knees under the hips. We're going to take our right arm and reach it out. We're going to thread it through, and then we'll drop down onto that right shoulder. Okay. And then from here, your left hand pushes into the floor to help you rotate. That's where you get a little bit more out of the twist, is that leverage of the left hand on the floor. Kind of breathing through, finding some space through the middle back. And then from here, let's go ahead and switch sides. We'll come back to the hands and knees. We're going to this time go left arm out. We're going to thread the left arm through and come down to that left shoulder. Let the head relax on the floor. Okay. You take your right hand, push it now into the ground to help you rotate the torso up towards the ceiling. Finding your breath, breathing big through the stretch. Good, and then let's go back to the hands and knees. Okay. And then from here, we're going to get into pigeon. So we're going to take from this hands and knees position our right knee and just bring it right behind the right wrist. And then from here, you'll scoot your left leg back. That's how you're going to get into this deep pigeon stretch. Okay. Now, you might find that you got a little space between your hip and the floor, and that's okay. We can put a plate under there or a block if we need to, or just kind of hang out. Upper body should be relaxed as the lower body is getting that stretch. You're just trying to breathe through the tension, finding softness where you can. And then from here, let's go ahead and come onto the hands. And then we're just going to take it back to that hands and knees position. Before we go to the next side, just give your hips a little wiggle just so you find some movement. Okay, and just notice how that right hip probably feels a little bit looser than the left. And then let's go to the second side. So left knee now behind the left wrist. Okay? And then you'll scoot your right leg back. This side might feel the same, might feel different. So, spend the time you need to make sure each side gets what it needs. And then again, it's that upper body is relaxing as you're just kind of focusing on that tension in the hip where everything else is soft. We'll just breathe here. Good, all right. And then from here, we'll just go ahead and come out of this back to those hands and knees for a little wiggle. And then from here, we're just going to take a seat on the shins. Now, we're going to get into a neck stretch. So if this position is not comfortable, feel free to sit on the floor or even do this standing. It's really just about the upper neck stretch rather than what's happening with the lower body. So you're going to take your right arm and you're going to reach it around your lower back. You're going to anchor your shoulders down. And then you're going to take your left ear and reach it over towards your left shoulder. Just going to breathe through here, feeling that big, tight stretch on the side of the neck. You can also bring the chin down a little bit, keep angling the head over to the left, and maybe bring the chin up. So you're feeling like different parts of the neck get a big stretch. Good. Let's go ahead and bring that head up, and then we'll switch sides. So left arm reaches around, relax the shoulders down, And then right ear to the right shoulder. And then again, play around with bringing the chin down and up. Good, and let's bring that head back to neutral. Go ahead and release the arm. All right, next up, we've got a low lunge with an overhead stretch. So we're gonna come into a position, we're gonna go right foot forward. Okay. And from here, first thing we're gonna do is let the hips just kind of soften down. We create a little tension in our core so that our lower back feels like it's got the space it needs to relax. And then we just kind of sink into this front stretch so we get that big stretch in that hip flexor. Then you're going to toe left arm up. We lift a little bit more to feel some length. Maybe you feel a pull already on that left side of the abs. And then you lean it over to the right. And as you lean over to the right, you keep reaching. Good, and let's bring that left hand down. And then let's switch sides. So we'll bring the left foot forward. First thing before we go the overhead stretch, we're going to create a little bit of tension in the middle so that you can feel the softness in the front. And so that your back is really, it's kind of got a little bit of tension. You're holding your back position a little bit so that the front of your hip can release. From here, we go right arm up, lift and lean over to the left. Keep lifting the chest as you reach. Good. And then let's bring that hand down. And then last thing, we're going to find our way onto our backs. So we will find a reclined position all the way down. And reclined twist. So first, bring both knees into the chest, give them a little squeeze. And then keep your right knee in, left leg is gonna come to the floor. But first, let's scoot the hips over to the left and then extend the left leg on the ground. You're scooting the hips over to the right, so that as you let your right knee fall to the opposite side, you're on the outer left hip more than you are the left butt cheek. Okay, so you're got a little bit more lean, it gives you a little bit more space to twist. Good. Bringing the knee through center. And then let's go to the other side. So first set your hips like back to neutral and then give your knees a squeeze. Put the right foot down, scoot the hips over to the left a little bit. Now extend the right leg so that as you let your left knee fall to the opposite side, you're on the outer right hip more than you are the butt cheek. And then everything just gets soft here. We just allow everything to drop towards the floor. Good. And then let's go ahead and bring that knee back through center. And you guys are all set for the day. Remember, stretching is both for the body but also for the mind to kind of downshift and help everything relax a little bit more so that it is prepared and preparing for the next time you ask it to work hard, whether that's the body or the mind. That's the beautiful thing about all the stretching. So thank you for joining. Thank you for taking care of yourself. And then we'll see you next time.